Well, hello there, Minecrafters. Thanks for coming by, and welcome back to the old Minecraft test map. Yes, it's been a long time since we've been here, but 1.10 has officially been released, which means I've been working on the 1.10 update for this map and is now available for you guys. Check the description because the download link is there. But just in case you are not familiar with this map, what it is designed so that you can load up a resource pack and you can take a look at any of the blocks or any of the mobs or even any of the sounds in Minecraft, and you can play around with all that and see what they look like in a resource pack versus what they look like in just default. Now, it's also really helpful for resource pack authors because you can kind of look at the map and see the blocks that you've forgotten to update, or maybe something doesn't look quite right. So it's really helpful for resource packs mostly, but there are some other things in here that are useful for map makers. There's a section with all the countries of the world has their flags, and you can get the command block for it, so you can do that. There's also particle section, all sorts of things for that. So basically, you can do anything in Minecraft. You can take a look at in this map and see how you like it. That's the whole purpose of this. But I'm not going to do a whole tour of this map. I've done that in the past. Just in the top right corner, there's a link there you can click. You can look at the 1.9 tour. I went over the entire map. Those videos take quite a long time to go through. We're just going to go through the 1.10 changes that I've made to this map, and I'll go fairly quickly. So if you want more detail, just click on that 1.9 video because I go through each room and tell you exactly the whole thing behind them. But for this video, we're just going to go through the changes, and if you're familiar with the map, you'll kind of see what's going on. So first of all, I just want to tell you guys, I get this question a lot. I just wanted to get this off right off the top of the video. This particular map version is not compatible with 1.8 or actually lower. You can do it in 1.9. You just won't have the blocks for 1.10, but they changed the command blocks in they changed the way command blocks kind of work in 1.9. And I redid my map, so it won't work very well in 1.8, but you can still get the older versions. You can get all the way back to 1.74, and those links are in the description. Okay, guys, so just check that out if you want an older version, but it is up to date with 1.10, and it tells you kind of the info right here. If you don't have 1.10, it will basically tell you to do this right here. Anyway, that is all I'm going to say about there. I've gone through that every single video about this map. Here I have added the 4 new blocks over here. This is the screenshot section. You just basically do that. Press F1. You can take a screenshot, and this is for resource pack authors, so they can kind of see, people can see what you have to offer in your pack. But basically, I added the 4 new ones over there. I'm not sure I like it so much, but they're there. I thought it would look too weird if I had them up here. What do you think, guys? Let me know in the comments. Let's return back there. So we've got some new sections here, and I'll go over those later in the video. But let's start over here. Not much has changed in this room. I got rid of the little thing that says game mode's been changed because I didn't really like it. Didn't really like it to say that, but it does tell you you've got these indicators on, and I got rid of these buttons because they were just confusing to people. Those buttons were really only there to for my purpose, to re-summon these armor stands. Anyway, you can also wear the armor if you go in there. I'm wearing iron armor. You can check that out in that 1.9 tour video, but that's all that's been changed in that section there. Not much. And then it tells you it's off again. Okay, in here, it's nothing really been changed. We have the tool display here. That's all the same. The only thing I've added is in the mob drops, I've added these, the raw cod. I'm using the Canadian translation. I don't know if that's in the American. Those are polar bear drops, and in the nether section, I've got the 3 new nether blocks in there. Oh, that's not it. Got there, magma, there, nether wart, and red nether brick. So that's what's been changed in there. Again, if you want more detail what this room is purposed for, just check out the 1.9 tour video. It's basically just kind of shows you the items in the game. The greenhouse vegetation room, nothing's been changed back there. I think I moved the lily pad over to the other side, but you can check that out. Download the map, check it out. It has different liquids, and then in the back it has all the plants laid out normally, and then also in the flower pots. Those have been changed there. Up there's paintings. We'll go to that a little bit later, but let's move into building blocks. I'm going to try to go a little faster in this video. Every block in the game here, well, every building block in the game is labeled. The new blocks are right here. So we've got red nether brick, nether wart block, and magma block. And the bone block is... Oh, I think the bone block... the bone block's right here. And I tell this every video about this, but you can see the top if you fly up, and you can walk all the way around, so it's easy to see that. And they are labeled because in some resource packs you have no idea what those blocks are, so they're labeled for you so you can you know what you're looking at. Anyway, at the other end there's a teleport back. You can teleport to the other end over there, or you can just go back like we were gonna. That's the building block changes. And then in the banner section here, nothing's been changed. I'll just hop in here real quickly just to go over that again. Letters and mathematical symbols and numbers and random designs down there. All the countries of the world down here. Countries that are either not quite countries or countries that are in other countries, like Wales is actually in the UK, or there's other ones like there's a new country called what's it called? Liberland, not really a country. It's got a population of 2 or something like that. Look it up on Wikipedia. They're on a chisel quartz block, and then countries that are recognized by the UN are on regular quartz blocks. And you can get any command by doing that, and it'll give you the set block command you can use in your own map. That is one section that has nothing to do with resource packs, but helpful for map makers, hopefully. Same with over here, you can get a letter B, just like that. You can get that command there. Makes sense? The buttons are only there if you break that. You can bring it back. That's all they're for, mostly for me. Anyway, let's get out of here. That is nothing's been changed in there. Okay, before we go into mobs, let's go into the non-block section. The only thing that I have changed is I've gotten rid of the structure blocks at the back, and I have moved them to the Redstone Room. And over here I've added the magma block, the new magma block, because it is a lighting block, which these are lighting blocks here. So they're not in they aren't actually in the building block section, they're in this section. And it stores light, but I've been told it's a bug. Hopefully it's not a bug. But check out Slice Lime's video. A friend of mine, Slice Lime, he does snapshot update videos. He did a video for everything that's been changed in 1.10. He talks about that a little bit. Okay, Redstone Room, which also has command blocks, transportation, and structure blocks. I moved them over here, just like that. You have all the command blocks, and structure blocks are all here, so you can see what they look like. Everything else is the same. Oh, and I also added the redstone wiring, basically. I don't have a redstone cross wiring yet, just because of the way the room lays out. But I had to make it symmetrical, so I had to make that side longer. I hummed and hawed over that for quite a while, how I wanted that to look. Okay, so that's what's been changed in the Redstone Room. And in the mob display room, we now have the green zombie villager is gone because he's been replaced by the husk in the commands. He now has a husk tag, so there isn't a green zombie villager. Now they line up properly. And here's the husk. One's carrying a cake, and you can press this and they will die and resummon them. And I've been told you can get husk chicken jockeys. Maybe I should add that. There's the new stray. There's a wither skeleton carrying a Herobrine head. And I added a horseman. That was from 1.9, but I added the horseman there. And what else did I do? You can, I'm not sure if I told you this, but you can get an angry wolf. If you log out and log back in, he won't be angry. Just press this and he'll get angry again. And let's see, what else have we added? Squid. I changed this. Now I got this help from Panda4994. Showed me how I could do this. So now we can see a squid facing this way because they always go eyes down, so you can't see the eyes really when they're swimming. Made that a little bit better visible for resource packs, so you can see your squid mobs. So that's been changed. And then over here, layout's slightly different. I have the polar bears here, and just the adult and the baby one, or the cub, I guess it's called. But because I had to make this side longer because of the new mobs, we have 2 empty spots here. I couldn't really figure out what to put in there. Maybe you have suggestions, but we have the scariest mob of all, the map maker. Anyway, check out the 1.9 tour video for more details. Every mob in the game is there. I think that's all I've changed in that section. Okay, so moving up here, just briefly going here. Nothing's been changed in the art gallery. All the paintings are still there. Yeah, there they all are. Nothing's been changed, but every painting in the game is in there so that you can see what is in the resource pack and changed in the paintings. I always really enjoy seeing other people's stuff. Particles section and other stuff. Let's head into there because I've done quite a few changes in there. First of all, the layout. Now, why are these armor stands? These armor stands are not supposed to be visible. I'm going to have to figure out what's going on there. They won't be visible when you download this. Hopefully not. But anyway, I changed these so it's a little easier to see the biome. And I'm not sure if I had this as void before, but you can see the grass color. That's all it is. You do a precipitation button, so you can see it doesn't actually rain or snow in the void. The void is a biome that map makers will use. But anyway, I got rid of the signs and put armor stands there because I thought it would be a little easier to see. And then over on this side, I changed this. I thought that looked pretty sharp. The dark red, or the deep red, I guess it is, the netherwort block over the grass path. Because I didn't realize that I had upper slabs here. And when you did a block update up here, it actually changed it all to dirt, which annoyed me. So I moved them down. And the whole point of this is just to see what the background is, the graphic user interface. And then I don't think you can actually change these, but they're there. You know, the background's there. I think they stay the same in resource packs. Anyway, that's them. So up here, I showed this on Twitter. Why are they? Why? See, that one's not. Oh, that's weird. Maybe I just have to resummon them. I have no idea why they're visible. Anyway, I made the names there. A little easier to see. It's a purple burst. It's purple there. Always a purple burst, but some of them have a twinkle effect and some of them have a trail effect. Yeah. Oh, whatever. Anyway, and then I made these independent. So you have to press before you pressed one and it did both of them. But anyway, they're independent. Now here I've changed this just for fun. I don't know. It's a complicated way to test this, but basically now you can add any color to it. So if I hit the magenta button, you're going to see the magenta glass comes down here, and now you can see what each color looks like when it's going through a magenta glass. So not just clear, because that'll be the same color as what's down here, right? But now if I hit like green or lime, I guess it is, you can see what the colors change going through. If you hit the same color again, it slightly changes it. So you can see that this color here is different than that color. And then if you want to reset, it'll get rid of all that. So it goes up to like 50 or so layers. But I had some free time and I started playing around with this thing, so I thought it was pretty cool. I showed it on Twitter. People seem to like it. So basically, yeah, it's just a overly complicated beacon beam color tester. Anyway, you play around with that. Let's return here. Why are you visible? We have a new particle in 1.10, which is the falling dust particle, which I've added right here. It uses a it uses a sand texture. And just a side note for map makers, any of the blocks that have, or any of the particles that have a block texture in them, the command layout has been changed slightly. You have to add this sort of stuff. No more underscore. And if you're not a command blocker, you won't understand what that means. But basically, you put your data value at the end there. That may change also because I think they're getting rid of data values in the future. Anyway, we added the block dust, or the falling dust particle over there. And so that's all that's been changed in that room. Over here in the effect testing lab where you test. Oh, I've got some polar bears already ready to go. So they're obviously working. We've got the polar bears. Where is it? Polar bears here, so you can spawn them. Now I'm just gonna go over this because I think it might have been confusing last time I explained this. But basically, you add your test subjects in here, and all the test subjects are available in here. We also have the husk and the stray. And depending on which one you put it in. Now, before we do this is going to be a little bit clearer if I kill them all first. And the barrier. So ugly, you see my secrets. Okay, anyway, we're going to kill them all. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to load up one polar bear in the middle of this grid, which means in the middle of this grid, that's where it's going to summon. And so he moves around. If I put, let's do like a lightning strike on him. If I put the lightning strike in a slot that's didn't come from, nothing's going to happen. It's only going to affect the one that is in like he's from the middle slot no matter where he moves to. Hit it, he'll get the lightning strike. Oh, poor guy. So the effect changes that. Now, if you put another one in here, that means that these two are going to summon and nothing's going to happen to the other ones. So we'll have 3 in there. But if we put 3 in the same slot, it's going to kill these and resummon them. Does that make sense? Same with same sort of thing with the if we do like a levitation on them, I can fill the whole slot, but it will only affect the ones who are available, and they start levitating. And so the only thing I changed here, besides adding the new mobs, is when you put something in here, it deletes it because it empties that dispenser, because I got annoyed with constantly taking them out, putting them in again. But anyway, hopefully that makes sense to you guys. I think it might have been confusing last time. I saw some videos and they didn't quite grasp it, but hopefully it makes sense to you guys. The arrow testing is where you can shoot mobs. Nothing's been changed there. The only thing I've changed in the status icons is, for some reason, I think in one of the 1.9 updates, if you had your command block without the particles, then it wouldn't show this little icon. So I had to add the particles. That wasn't working in the last 1.9 version. But this is basically, you can see what all these little icons look like. But other than that room is the same. And then the particles, the area effect cloud testing, I added the falling dust, and it's black. And then there are a couple that don't actually work. I think block crack, that's like a mob spell or something, and icon crack is my map maker friend Cordy would love that. It's like, that's not actually a texture. It's all messed up. I kind of debated with removing it from the book, but anyway, check out the 1.9 tour video for more details on what that is. That is just the whole 1.10 changes. Okay, so let's go back here now. This is what I spent the most time doing, the 1.10 update. So first of all, I'm going to go into the music and sound effects section. In the last 1.9 versions, this was not working. They actually changed the way that the play sounds command works, so it completely broke it. I redid the entire thing from the ground up, from the sky up actually. But there's a few changes here. So now we've got all these custom player skulls. And big shout out to Elsweyr. I think that's how he pronounces it. I'll put a little link there. He's a skull designer, and he, through the help of LapisDemon, she helped me get these skulls. So we got a new polar bear player skull. We got where's the, is there a husk? Oh, there's the stray. And there's a husk somewhere too I got. And there's, I think, a couple more. Like, did I get the bat or somebody? A lot of them from Fresh Coal, if you're familiar with that website. But Elsweyr helped in contributing some designs for that. But now you just go through. We got the cat. You go through here and you get a little mob spawner. And they're all clickable signs. So now we don't have that button click sound. All of them are there. Man, this took such a long time to do. Including, where is it? Like the new husk. Like, ooh, that's creepy. So we got some new sounds there. Polar bears, new sounds. Check all that out. And then the other ones, I got kind of cool here. We got, let's go into like blocks here. So, we're missing some things. Okay, I don't know what's in here. Oh, these are regular blocks. Look at some of the armor stands or the iron ferns are missing. Anyway, you go into here. There we go. See, we've got rotating glass. I thought that was kind of cool. And you can hear all the sounds about glass. You can barely. There you go. I have the sounds down a little low. So you go through there. I will have all that fixed for you guys. Don't you worry about that. And then, like, I have no idea. This must be a loading error or something. I had all them in there. So, got all these sounds kind of laid out. Just like that. Rotating anvil. Pretty cool, eh? Okay, I said A. I can't believe I said A. As a Canadian, I said A. And then sort of things like there you go. You got the items spinning around there. One of the cool ones is the music thing, because we can play any song, and we can stop it and play another song. right? And it actually plays at the disc. It changes the disc. That looks kind of cool. And then you can also play, over here, you can actually play the Minecraft songs. Like, I don't know if you can hear that. It's actually music in the game. Pretty cool. You can now play the actual Minecraft music. So we'll just leave that. And so the whole play sound section totally works now. I just need to add those item frames that are missing. But here's the new section here. So we've got the Biomes and Structures section. We had the Biomes section before. You've seen that. Nothing's been changed here. I had some people request that I add some things, and I've actually taken the request and put it in the new Structure section. This has not all the biomes, but basically all the unique biomes, all the way down to ice spikes. I don't have the void in there, but the void is kind of pointless because there's nothing in the void. But if we go back here and we go to the raw structures here, this is what I spent most of the update working on. So we have a little teleport here. We can go to the village layer, which is this one. We can go to the dungeons, temples, witch hut, igloo, and fossils section, or we can go to the ocean monument, stronghold, nether fortress, end city section. So at the top layer, we have the villages. We have well, they're labeled here. So generic village, desert village, taiga village, and a savanna village. So if you're not, if you didn't hear, in 1.10 we have some biome specific villages added, the savanna and the taiga village, and they're all there, just like that. A couple interesting things is the desert village generates with a two block high pathway, and the other one's only a 1 block wide pathway. And the for some reason the savanna wells have wood. I don't know why. It's kind of interesting, but they have wood for walls. All the other ones have cobble for a well wall. Anyway, so that is the top layer of the villages, the 4 villages. Basically, the whole point of this is so that you can go in with MCEdit and kind of copy it over. I know there's a new structure block, but the problem with the structure block is there is a 32 by 32 limit. And, you know, some of these structures are really big. They wouldn't fit in that. So MCEdit is always really easy to use. Well, it can be if you get used to it. Anyway, we have the fossils here, the bone structures. These are the things that will disappear if you're running 1.9. We have the different, the witch hut, the igloo, which you can go down here. If I just go into game mode 3, you can see here, I've set it up so these mobs do spawn. Got the villager zombie and the regular villager zombie villager. I haven't actually been in here. I grabbed these out of random seeds. Ooh, yeah, you can barely see it. There's a jungle temple. So basically, if you wanted to, there's 3 dungeons. Yeah, spider, skeleton, whatever. There's a desert temple and a desert well. But basically, if you wanted to have any reason you need to put these in a map, you can just copy them over there. You don't have to go searching for them. I've had to search for them before. And then this is really cool. I kind of custom made this end city because I found one with the huge kind of opening where all the shulkers are sitting, and I got one with a ship there. So you can copy that over if you want. They do have borders so that if you're using MCEdit, you know where to grab. Just grab from that corner to that corner and highlight the whole area. There's an ocean monument. There's a stronghold, which I thought was kind of interesting because you can kind of see the layout. If you go into game mode 3, you can kind of fly through there. And there is a nether fortress with 2 blaze spawners. Really cool find. So yeah, just kind of a sample, and they are bordered around so you can grab them. That was kind of fun to get, but I thought that would be really cool to add. People have been wanting structures for a while, and I wanted to add pretty much all of them except for the mine shafts. I had been working on the mine shafts, and it was way too much work to try and remove the stuff. I would have had either just a big stone block or it just didn't work. The mine shafts, way too much work. I couldn't pull it off. Anyway, that is all the 1.10 additions. I don't think there's anything I've forgotten, but yeah, the structure section is a pretty cool new addition. Hopefully helpful for you, especially if you use MCEdit. You can kind of see if you can figure out with structure blocks. I don't actually know how to use them yet. I've got to look at some videos from Dragnoz or something. But anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. Download links are in the description. Thanks to Elsweyr and Panda and LapisDemon and everybody who's kind of indirectly contributed to this. But again, guys, thank you so much for watching, and enjoy your Minecrafting. We'll see you next time.